All rise. Support court with Judge Butterby is now in session. Judge, case number JVB1056, Hennigan case.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
You may be seated. Ms. Hennigan, you brought this case before the court. What's going on?
Well, my ex-husband, since last year, doesn't come and get our children, doesn't take care of them, and he is just in and out of their lives, and I'm tired of it.
Okay. How many children do you all have?
I have three children.
All right. You said ex-husband. So how long have you all been divorced?
We've been divorced for a year because he decided to step outside of our marriage and have another child.
Oh, okay. Okay. I wasn't expecting that. All right. So he has an outside child. How old is that child?
All right, folks, get ready because this case is about to get intense. The video kicks off with Judge Vonda B calling the court to order, and Miss Hennigan steps up to lay out her case. She's been divorced for a year, and during that time, her ex-husband has completely disappeared from their two children's lives. To make matters worse, he's gone and had a child with someone else. Miss Hennigan is clearly at her wit's end and is here to demand the financial support her kids deserve. The judge doesn't waste any time, jumping straight into the questions about the ex-husband's income, $120,000 a year from his mechanic shop, and asking whether he's contributed anything since the divorce. Spoiler alert, he hasn't. The stage is set for a high-stakes child support battle, and you can feel the tension in the air. Miss Hennigan's frustration is palpable. She's clearly reached her breaking point.
He ought to be about one.
Okay. Do you know where he works?
Yes, he owns his own mechanic shop.
All right. Do you know how much he makes?
I do. He makes about 120 a year.
Okay. Does he do anything financially to support the children?
Not really. He did while we were married, but since we've been divorced, no.
Okay. And you said he doesn't pick them up or anything like that?
Every once in a blue moon.
All right. All right. Do you pay health insurance or does he pay health insurance?
I pay for everything.
Okay. How much is the health insurance?
About 326 a month.
And that's for the children only, correct?
Yes.
All right. All right. So let's take a look here. I see that he did not show up for court today. All right. I noticed he was served to be here today, looking at the documents that are before me.
Here's where things take a turn. The judge quickly notices that the ex-husband didn't bother showing up to court despite being properly served. Big mistake because she's not letting him off the hook. She presses forward with the case, relying on Miss Hennigan's testimony, and starts crunching the numbers. With an income of $120,000 a year, the ex-husband's monthly net comes out to $7,074.25. The judge takes into account his three children, two with Miss Hennigan and one with someone else, and calculates his monthly child support obligation. That comes out to $1,176 for the two kids, plus half of the health insurance costs, $163, bringing the total to $1,869 per month. The judge is all business, methodical, and precise, making it crystal clear that the ex-husband's financial responsibility is non-negotiable.
You haven't talked to him at all?
I have not.
Okay. Did he say he wasn't coming to court today?
I have not talked to him.
Okay.
Literally in a couple of months.
Okay. Well, good thing about it is that I can continue to move forward and place him on child support today because he was served to be here and he's technically on notice. So we're going to go ahead and move forward based on the testimony that you gave. Okay. So at $120,000 a year, that's what you said he makes, right?
Yes.
All right. I have his gross at $10,000 a month. That would bring his net to...
The judge wraps things up by confirming the child support amount and asking Miss Hennigan if there's anything else she needs. Grateful, Miss Hennigan thanks the judge, and the case is dismissed. But here's the kicker. The ex-husband's absence speaks volumes. He had every opportunity to defend himself or negotiate, yet he chose not to show up. Now, he's stuck with a nearly $1,900 monthly obligation, and there's no one to blame but himself. The judge's no-nonsense approach serves as a clear reminder that when it comes to child support, The court doesn't play around. Miss Hennigan leaves the courtroom feeling a sense of relief, but you can't help but wonder how the ex-husband will react when he finds out about the ruling.
$1,584.25. And you say you all have 2 children and he has 1 outside child. Is that correct? Okay. So giving him credit for that other child, that brings his child support to about $1,706. You said health insurance is $326 for the children. Okay. So he's going to reimburse half of that to you. So that $163 plus $1,706 brings his monthly child support amount to $1,869 per month. Is there anything further you needed? Are you okay? You're welcome. You're welcome. Well, if there's nothing further, you're dismissed.
After the case, Judge Vonda Bailey takes a moment to break it all down for us. She stresses the key takeaway: always show up to court when you're served. Even if it doesn't change the outcome, it gives you a chance to be heard. In this case, the ex-husband's absence meant the judge had to rely entirely on Miss Hennigan's testimony, which didn't work out in his favor. Judge Bailey also highlights the importance of financial responsibility when it comes to supporting your children. She explains that the court's primary concern is always the well-being of the kids, and parents have both a legal and moral obligation to provide for them. It's a clear, straightforward lesson for anyone facing child support issues, delivered with Judge Bailey's signature mix of authority and empathy.
Me, Judge Vonda B, I wanted to go over what you all witnessed in the Hennigan case. Well, mom was bringing dad to court. She wanted him to pay child support for the children. Well, what did you notice that was interesting about this case? Dad did not show up for court. Remember, guys, always show up to court when you are served. It may not necessarily change the outcome of the case, but it definitely gives you an opportunity to be heard. Mom testified to the amount of income, to her knowledge that dad made from his mechanic shop. His child support was based.
This case serves as a clear example of what can happen when one parent tries to shirk their responsibilities. The ex-husband's choice to skip court not only cost him the opportunity to present his side, but also left him with a significant child support bill. On the other hand, Miss Hennigan stood firm and fought for her children's rights. The judge's ruling was fair and just, but it also highlights a larger point. The court system exists to protect the most vulnerable, our children. Whether you're a parent seeking support or one being asked to provide it, this case is a wake-up call to take these matters seriously. As Judge Bailey wisely pointed out, showing up to court is always the best move. Don't let your absence speak louder than your actions.